Good morning, dear students. So, today our topic of discussion is the Indian Association of Physiotherapists. So, topics which will be covered in this lecture are introduction, what is IAP, is it an association, a legal authority, or a self regulatory body, or what are the aims and objectives behind the formation of IAP, its vision, mission, the value system which it holds, then legacy, welfare and tradition of physiotherapy in India. Then where are those branches of IAP located? Then a short note on IAP Women's Health and the purpose and the vision and mission of IAP Women's Health. So IAP is a registered body in India with over 30,000 physiotherapists as member of this body. The body is controlled by a board of office bearers, which include president, secretary, treasurer, and various conveners to monitor various activities of IIP. So it's a registered body. It's an association which is being registered with over 30,000 members. So as I just told you that there are president, there's secretary, there's treasurer, they all, what is their chief function? Their main function is to monitor the activities of IIP. So the Indian Association of Physiotherapists, it's a non-profit NGO. It's a non-profit, non-governmental organization that represents the physiotherapy profession at a national and international level. We are all aware of the situation that we still now, after so many years of struggle, we have failed to register ourselves as a council. So IAP is one such regulatory body which as of now regulates all the activities of physiotherapists and all around nationally and internationally. It's an apex body representing the interest of Indian physiotherapists and their patients. They are committed to professional excellence. So they set the standards which each and every physiotherapist all across the country has to seek or has to meet in order to practice here in the country. They are committed to professional excellence and career success for its members, which translate into better patient outcomes and improve health condition for all patients in the society. As we have already discussed the various professional conduct and the code of ethics which is being followed in India, so therein also it is mentioned that all the decision which needs to be taken by a regulatory body who is registered at such broad level or at such large scale have to take all the decisions in the public interest only along with the basic goal of professional excellence. So through national groups, they offer training and collegial support from physiotherapists working in similar areas. Now, after knowing that what is IAP, that it's a regulatory body, it's an association which monitors the activities of physiotherapists all across the country. Now, what is the mission behind the formation of IAP? What is the chief goal? Then the mission of IAP is to commit to local market clinical leadership and share accountability to drive our mission, which means to work at the ground level when it comes to clinical leadership. So it works at ground level, it monitors the activity of all the registered body members. Also, it operates within the highest standard of regulatory compliance and integrity, not only to meet the requirements of our profession, but because each are foundations of our culture. So knowing that we live in a country where culture and tradition are given the paramount or the utmost importance, so respecting the public interest and the culture and tradition parts altogether, we try to achieve professional excellence by setting those highest standards of regulatory compliance so that the overall culture or the confidence in the profession among the public rises. So now professional advocacy to support members in profession with statutory organizations and when facing important decisions about their profession with service providers in situations such as continuing professional care and complaints resolution in more complex situations, both formally and through complaint procedures. So what does that mean? It means that since it's only, like I told you, that we still are struggling with the formation of council in the country, so by it is so far the only regulatory body which is, although non-government body, non-government or organization, non-profit organization, which monitors the activity of all across physiotherapists in the country. But so it's like a venue wherein all the physiotherapists can take their complaints and it's like a regulatory body which forms the code of ethics as well. Now, what are the value system supporting the IAP? On which value system is it based? The Indian Association of Physiotherapists will act with integrity and loyalty to members of all time. First is accountability to body members, branches and public. In the upcoming slides, we'll be discussing about the various branches of IAP situated all across the country, located all across the country. So the basic goal is the accountability to body members. So how can you become a member of IAP? There is a registration, there is an examination, or you have to do graduation or post graduation from a recognized college or university, IAP recognized college or university. So IAP is accountable, it takes into consideration all the members, their activities of IAP. The next is professional unity of IAP. So the another value system is that they want to keep every physiotherapist beside, which means that we all have to go together to achieve a common uniform goal. Then fair and democratic governance of IAP body. It is the basic value system is to form a fair means of regulatory body which no matter which is beyond the favoritism or the bias, and a democratic governance. We have already read that there are treasurer, there is a president, a secretary, which forms a fair and democratic governance, and clear and concise communication. Next is meaningful cooperative association and affiliate programs for common interest for both IAP growth and benefits. Next, proactive behavior and innovation. At the end of the day, it is the research, it is the evidence support, it is the scientific publishing which makes things much more accountable. So the innovations are given very high consideration when it comes to the central branches of the IAP. The proactive behavior is also amongst those. Then what is the legacy, welfare and tradition of physiotherapy in India? We live in a country where culture and tradition are given the very paramount importance. So the Indian Association of Physiotherapists is the largest and the oldest professional member organization for physiotherapists in India, established in 1955. So it's a very old organization. 1955, still very much accountable. It was first registered at Mumbai and having its head office at New Delhi, representing more than a lakh physiotherapists and specifically 50,000 members as physiotherapists. The numbers are increasing very fast because of the repute it holds. Then IAP annually holds two large conferences and publishes the Physiotherapy Journal, the leading international journal for research in physiotherapy. Nowadays, it has been found to be indulged, has got the indexing from Scopus as well. So, it's a very renowned journal. So, it also holds two large conferences at different venues, at different branches of IAP, and Professional Issues magazine providing legislative, healthcare, human interest, and association news. So, there is a magazine also which keeps you updated about that what is going on, and it is for the normal public as well. To watch and advise government organizations and NGO on policy matters affecting the development and practice of physiotherapy, including advising and assisting the government in the establishment of statutory council for regulating physiotherapy education and practice. So ultimate goal of physiotherapy of these IAP organization is to fight for the rights of physiotherapists all across the country, to advocate the point which we've just discussed, the professional advocacy, to fight for the rights for the practice of physiotherapy. Then, so it was earlier founded by late Professor M.G. Mokashi and Dr. D.H. Dastoor in 2020. It is heading towards new era of transformation under current president, Dr. Sanjeev Kumar Jha. We were fortunate to have him in here during our audit IAP last year only. You must be happy to know that Galgotias University is also one of the recognized universities, IAP recognized university, and we were fortunate that Dr. Sanjeev Kumar Jha also visited the university premises and we got the recognition of the same. He advocates on behalf of the profession and issues which impact the health and well-being of society, such as funding for health researches and for adequate healthcare workforce. It lobbies for healthcare reform to improve access to health care. Now the new transformed version of association is having more than 21 committees headed by its executive members along with eminent academicians and clinicians in the field of physiotherapy. You must have heard of the eminent personalities in the field of IIP. So they are all the executives. It's a combination of academicians and clinicians who are heading the field. So these committees are working in the field of physiotherapy of research, innovation, education, corporate endorsement along with social services. So to add on to this, they are also monitoring the activities, or they are regular in touch with the state council as well, like Delhi Council of Physiotherapy, we have Gujarat Council, similarly Bihar Council, so Haryana Council. The association is having now 36 state branches in all states of India and also having more than 450 branches at district level. So you can very well imagine that how huge as an association it is, encompassing 36 state branches in all states of the country and then 450 branches at the district level. Then these are the areas where the branches of IIP are located. It's Agartala, Tripura, wherein in 2019 the IIP conference was held. Then the Agra, Allahabad in Uttar Pradesh. Then Anand Kheda, Assam, Aurangabad, Balasore, Odisha, Behrampur, Odisha, Baroda, Bhagalpur, Bihar, Bhopal, Bodh Gaya, Chandigarh, Chennai, Coimbatore, Goa. So now coming on to IIP Women's Cell. Why there was a need of forming Women's Cell? What is the function? What are the functions which are generally performed by Women's Cell? So let's just first discuss the vision of Women's Cell. Vision is to enable and empower young women, making them aware about their legal rights, emphasizing the need of mainstream and the marginalized section to ensure equity in society. So we being the women, we have been already fighting for our rights everywhere in the country. We being the marginalized section of the society as Indian culture, which is there where we do have chauvinist men around. So in order to fight, in order to empower the young women, young female physiotherapists, there was this IIP Women's Cell which came into existence few years back only. Then the mission is to lead to the pragmatic goal of employability, to build a life to the mind and sensitive and orient women in the quest for a better life for society and the world that we inhabit. We all are living in a society which is sensitive to orient women so far. It is still not very okay with the female physiotherapist or female going too far in the profession. So in order to preserve their rights, in order to empower them, this is the mission of IIP Women's Cell. Then this mission is dynamic and its task will be defined and periodically reviewed to meet the challenges and opportunity of changing lives. So to summarize our lecture, we have so far discussed that what are the functions of Indian Association of Physiotherapists. It's a regulatory body in India. It's a non-profit, non-governmental organization with over 30,000 physiotherapists as a member, and the body is controlled by office bearers like President, Secretary, Treasurer and various conveners to monitor various activities of IIP. So it's a democratic body, non-biased body. It's a non-profit, non-governmental organization that represents the physiotherapy profession at the national and international level. We have discussed that so far we've been struggling with the formation of council, a government council which is recognized by the central government. Although the bill has been passed in Lok Sabha in 2019 itself, but still Indian Association of Physiotherapists, such regulatory body which is fighting for the rights of physiotherapists all across the country, and in order to meet the confidence in public sector or the basic it has set the bars too high. It has raised the highest standards for professional excellence all across the country, which instills the confidence in public for the profession. So the Indian Association of Physiotherapists is one such body. It is the oldest, which was first registered in Mumbai in the year 1955. It is being currently headed by Dr. Sanjeev Kumar Jha. Then the Indian Association of Physiotherapists is the largest and oldest professional member organization in India, established in 1955, registered in Mumbai. It has its head office located in New Delhi, representing more than 1 lakh physiotherapists, 10 lakh physiotherapists, and specifically 50,000 members. For you to be a member of Indian Association Physiotherapists, first you need to have a graduation degree with you from a recognized IIP college, the college or university which is recognized by IIP, and then you have to give a written or a practical exam for the same, then only you can get the membership for the IIP. Other details are also mentioned on their website, IIP, the official website. Then we have discussed about the vision, mission and the branches. It has lot of branches situated all across the country in various states and at the various districts. Then we discussed why there was a need for IIP Women's Cell, because we live in a culture, we live in a society wherein women are still marginalized. So in order to empower young women or in order to fight for their rights, IIP Women's Cell has been formed so that they can give an equal empowerment to the female physiotherapists all across the country so that they should not be marginalized. We have also discussed that vision, mission and the value system of IIP. IIP Women's Cell for now is being headed by Dr. Ruchi Varshney. It was formed a few years back only. So here are you have some practice question. Write a detailed note on IIP, write a short note on IIP Women's Cell, why there was a need of formation of IIP Women's Cell. Now name few branches of IIP, then what is the vision and mission of IIP, why was it formed, then next is these are few references which you can use in case. Thank you.